Hanningfield Green. Hanningfield Green, sometimes referred to as Hanningfields Green, is a hamlet in the civil parish of Lawshall in the Babergh district in the county of Suffolk, England. It is located between the street and Hibbs Green and is just under a mile off the A134 between Bury St Edmunds and Sudbury. History. Hanningfield Green was a medieval green that takes its name from the Hanningfield family, the manorial lords in the 14th century. The green covered an area between the two forked roads to All Saints' Church and Hart's Green in the northwest, and to Lawshall Green and Shimpling in the southeast. Hanningfield Green and Hibbs Green were known as Halk Street in the 1567 Lawshall survey, with Shimpling Road being referred to as Maltland Street. Hanningfield Green is depicted on a map of 1611 and Fadden's map of 1783 names it as Hanningfields Green. The green was partly enclosed in the 19th century. At Hanningfield Green a length of moat Sinsenfield is shown on the west side of Hanningfield's farm on the 1842 tithe map. This is the site of the manor house of Hanningfields Manor that was recorded on a map of 1611. And Alicia de Hanningfield is mentioned in 1327. Lawshall Evangelical Free Church. Lawshall Evangelical Free Church is located at Hanningfield Green. The church was born out of the desire of local evangelical Christians in the village of Lawshall and the surrounding villages to undertake their own form of worship. Evangelistic activities by outside bodies including the faith mission resulted in some conversions, and from about 1968 people met in various houses for worship and Bible study. Eventually a legacy from the late Walter G. Wasp of Lawshall Hall made financial provision for a new church which was opened for worship on 1 August 1970. The initial accommodation comprised a chapel, vestry, kitchen, and toilets. Further additions were made in 1978 with a hall and new toilet facilities. A baptistry was also incorporated in the hall for services entailing baptism by immersion. In July 1976, the church appointed its first pastor, David Bedford Groom, who continued to minister and lead the church on a part-time basis for 12 years while continuing his profession as an accountant. In 1989, Michael Holmes, a retired building surveyor, took over as the full-time pastor until his retirement from the ministry in 1998. He was replaced by Pastor Anthony Finney in September 2000. As a free church, they have no authoritative body beyond the local congregation. The church is not isolationist, and since 1996, they have been affiliated to the Fellowship of Independent Evangelical Churches. Services are held each Sunday morning 11:00 and Sunday evening 6:30. The morning service is followed by tea and coffee. Communion is every second and fourth Sunday evening of each month. Other parts of the church diary include a coffee morning on the first Tuesday of most months, the Sparks Kids Club, Little Treasures Parent and Toddler Group, and Thursday prayer meeting. Designated County Wildlife Site. The triangular area of unimproved grassland between Hanningfield Green and Shimpling Road is parish land that has been designated as a county wildlife site in recognition of the range of native flora that grows there. At present, Hanningfield Green is being managed as a hay meadow in the traditional manner. The essential requirements are a hay cut when the flowers have set seed and the removal of the cut material. A second cut is carried out in September. Whilst the area may not represent the best that Suffolk has to offer, it is part of the history and heritage of Lawshall and one of the richest remaining grasslands in the parish. In addition to the sight of buttercups on the green, there is quite a variety of broad-leaved plants. These include blue bugle, pink cuckoo flower, edible common sorrel, cowslip, the strange adder's tongue, and the occasional orchid. Inevitably, there is a period in July, prior to hay cut, when the green does not look at its best. It is a time of ripening seeds, and it is therefore important not to cut down the plants in the name of tidiness at this crucial time. Listed buildings. English Heritage lists one grade Roman II listed building within the hamlet of Hanningfield Green. Hanningfields farmhouse. This comprises two 16th/17th century timber-framed and plastered structures linked together, L-shaped on plan, making one large residence. The main facade was refaced in the late 18th century or early 19th century in yellow brick. The main entrance a Tuscan portico with plain columns and cornice. The roof is clad with 20th century interlocking tiles. There is a central chimney stack with a 16th/17th century hearth inside. Images of England in the above property details represent the name and address that was used at the time that the building was listed. In some instances, the name of the building may have changed over the intervening years.